Hello everyone, this is Royce again with the PiXi this time instead of the Pre. I'm going to show you today how to add Wi-Fi to the Sprint PiXi via a radio board swap from a Verizon Pre Plus. Here's the Wi-Fi chip. This is the radio board out of a Verizon PiXi Plus from the Verizon network. One thing you do want to know is the OS and all your data is stored on the radio board, so you want to make sure that you back up all your files before you do this, or you'll lose it all, or you'll have to put the original board back into the PiXi to get it back out. First I want to show you this is a regular Sprint network with no Wi-Fi whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and swap the board, show you how to do that. It's real simple to do. First, you always want to remove the battery. Normally you would shut it down, but since I'm kind of on a time limit to upload this to YouTube, since they only allow 10 minutes, I'm just removing it. First you got to remove 4 screws, one here, here, one here, and here, here, and here. Just 4 screws. Remove them real quick, real simple. You'll want to use a Torx driver. So get these screws all loosened up here. Like such. It's going to pop them over now. Sometimes one will get stuck because there's a magnet right there on the speaker. Set these aside here. You have 4 locking tabs you'll need to release. There's one here, 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 and here. You just gently stick the screwdriver and just very gently release it. You don't want to use too much force. You can snap those little locking tabs off if you do. Just real simply. Okay, now when you separate this case, you got to be very careful. First, you make sure the vibrate switch don't fall out. Just very gently lift it up into the side. You can see you have an antenna cable, so you just kind of put it like this. Just kind of swing it over like such. Now, this is your radio board. It's held on by 2 screws, one there and one there. Using a Phillips bit screwdriver, you'll want to remove these 2 screws here. Ooh. Okay. The other one here. Alright, and you just very gently lift up on the board. It's best to use a small screwdriver. Lift up on it just to release the connector that's on it. You can see you have a ribbon cable here, ribbon cable connector, and then you have an antenna connector. You want to very gently release the antenna lead just by popping it off like that. Same thing for the ribbon cable connector, just very gently pop it off with this screwdriver like such. And you can see the differences between the 2 radio boards here. Sprint, no Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, no Wi-Fi. So you see the differences there. Other than that, they're pretty much identical. And remember, all your data is on here. The hard drive, the SSD, solid state drive, is on the radio board. So this will have the Verizon ROM on it. To put it back on, you do the exact opposite. Push on the little connector here. Just snap it in real gently. Same thing with the antenna lead. A little tricky to get on there. Okay, then you just lay the board down very gently, and you press until you hear a little snap. It'll snap into place. Click, more of a click, not a snap. You want to make sure that you don't shove too hard because you can actually damage components doing that. Then you replace the 2 screws that you removed to remove the board, the radio board here, just like such. Don't want to, again, you don't want to over tighten. You don't want to strip them out or bust the screws off, so just tighten it with what you probably be normal torque. You don't want to just sit there and just tighten it as tight as you can get it. You'll break things if you do. There you go. As you can see, it's all attached. We're going to go back together. Just gently pull this thing up, put this back together like such. Get everything lined up. Snap it all back into place. Now on this side here, you want to make sure that that wire isn't pinched in anything, which It doesn't. It looks like it's okay. It's not pinched. Snap it all back together, and looks like it went. There's also that other antenna wire. Here, let me just split this real quick just to show you. You don't want to pinch. Yeah, so you don't want to pinch this wire here. Make sure it's in this little notch where it's supposed to go, so it doesn't pinch that. Means you can cut that wire if you do it. Now, replace the 4 screws on the outer casing. Again, tight enough to where it won't fall apart, but you don't want to get it too tight to bust the screws off or strip something out. That'd be bad. Okay. There we go. Put the battery back in and turn it back on. It's going to boot up. While this thing is booting up, I'll explain a little bit to you how this works. Okay, as you know, the Verizon ROM is on this little NAND flash chip here. This is a Samsung NAND flash, 8 GB. Both the Sprint Palm PiXi and the Verizon Palm PiXi Plus have a 8 GB NAND flash. Basically, the only differences I can find so far on the phone is, of course, the Sprint logo right here in the corner. That'll say Verizon there, and the missing Wi-Fi chip on radio board. Now, there's no serial numbers you have to swap out or anything like that. The serial numbers are hard encoded onto the motherboard itself. That was that other circuit board in there. It's hard coded into that, so you don't have to do any serial cloning or anything like that. There's some speculation on the forums, precentral.net, that you would have to do a bunch of serial number swapping and stuff like that, but you don't have to do that. It simply just works. It'll ask you to sign into your Palm profile the first time you boot with it. Once you do that, it'll download all your data to it, and you're good to go. It'll just have, the only thing I cannot get to work when doing this is this. It'll have Verizon Navigator. They require you to pay for it. Sprint gives it to you for free, so you can't. That's the only thing I was unable to get to work on this after doing the swap. So basically, I'm using a Verizon PiXi Plus on Sprint after doing this board swap. That's pretty much what it makes it into. As soon as it gets done booting up here, I'll show you it now has Wi-Fi and everything works just fine. So, again, I do want to apologize. It's been quite a while since I've uploaded a video. I've been real busy and just haven't really had much time lately. Someone on the forum basically called me a liar and wanted me to make this video, so here I am. So, as you can see, there it boots up. Should be about done. Takes about 3 minutes for it to boot up, I guess. 2.5 to 3 minutes. And that's the only big gripe I have about WebOS, is it does take a little bit of time to boot up. Okay, as you can see, it's all boot up. Sprint network. Drop down, and voila, we have Wi-Fi. Turn on the Wi-Fi. Turn on Wi-Fi. It'll connect. And it's going to connect to my network. The 3G will disappear, and there you go. There's also no extra antennas attached. They both have just a one antenna connector. They share the EVDO 3G antenna for the Wi-Fi. That's why it shuts off the 3G to use the Wi-Fi. And you can see with the Wi-Fi on, we can sit here and browse web pages just fine. If you have any questions or comments, just post on the any questions or concerns, just post on the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Also, if you go to precentral.net, search my name, GIT20, same as on YouTube. I have a bunch of forums and stuff like that, and there's more details about what all is involved with making this work. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this has helped you out. Thank you.